Hi guys, so today we are doing a subscriber body typing, color typing, and essence. So if you are completely new here, take a look around my channel and you can find a lot of content on body typing and color typing. And if you are still confused about your body type or color type, I offer typings through my website and I'll leave all of those links down below. And I also have to mention this in every video of a subscriber typing. These photos are not client photos. My client photos are always private. If you get a typing from me, your photos are always private. These photos were submitted specifically by this lady through the website, through MerriamStyle.com, to be used in videos, in YouTube videos. So let's all say thank you to her for letting us take a look at her photos. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so here is our first photo of this lady. Now, first of all, I would say that she looks like she is most likely cool toned from this photo alone. But I do like photos like this for color typing because they are in daylight. They're usually white balanced. You know, it looks like it could be maybe more of a professional photo. So I do like photos like these for color typing because they tend to be white balanced. And so I can trust the colors a bit more on this. And she does look like she's cool toned here. But of course, we need a lot of photos to tell color type or body type, especially color type. And the way that I see it is, you know, you have a bunch of photos and they're kind of like data points, and eventually you have an average. You know, in some photos the person looks warm, in some photos they look cool, but on average, if you have enough data, if you have enough photos, you know, you're going to come out with the result, like what they are. And so in this photo alone, she looks cool toned, but that's only one data point, although it is a high quality data point, if that makes sense. For her body type, you know, we can just see her face, obviously. But, you know, I think she has some angularity to her facial bone structure, and she also has some softness to her facial features. So that is what I'm seeing here. I like the smoky eye on her, so I think that's great. And the lip color, it looks really good with her skin undertone. So I'm thinking she's cool toned, and she has some angularity to her bone structure. And so here we can see she is most likely pretty petite. She has a short vertical line. And I want to say from this that she is most likely mixed top flamboyant gamine. Now, the thing with flamboyant gamine is that you can have, you know, I think that there's some firmness to her physique, but it's really not about if you're curvy or not. It's about if you're firm or not. So, for example, Jennifer Love Hewitt is mixed taut and she is very curvy. And you can see actually that she looks amazing in mixed taut, flamboyant gamine lines and, you know, recommendations. She looks amazing in those kinds of looks because even though she's curvy, she's still very firm and very taut in terms of her physique. And the same goes for Audrey Hepburn. Now, Audrey Hepburn, of course, she had a pretty tiny waist, and I would say she had sort of an hourglass shape. Maybe she was more of a pear shape, but, you know, she still was not like straight up and down, but you could still be mixed taut, very much so, flamboyant gamine mixed taut, if you have some curves to you, as long as the lines of those curves are more straight, if that makes sense. Like, you know, if you were to draw your figure, it would look more like you drew it with straight lines, even though it's an hourglass figure, like this and like that, you know, where Audrey Hepburn has more of that waspish waist. So it really depends on the lines that your body is made of, not so much the shape. You know, you can draw the same shape in different lines. So anyway, so I think that this lady may be mixed taut, flamboyant gamine. And I like this outfit on her. I think it looks really fun. And I like the tousled hair on her. I think it all looks pretty fun. So it's kind of consistent with being mixed taut, flamboyant gamine. Now here, you know, you can see that she does look a bit more firm, but of course from this, we really can't tell that much at all because of the angle, you know, because it's such a severe angle, such an extreme angle. So we can't really tell really anything from this in terms of body type. In terms of color type, she looks a bit warmer here than she did in the previous photo. And here, she looks cool toned here, I would say. She looks cool toned in this photo, but here she looks a bit more warm toned. But, you know, it looks like it may be like something about the sun. Maybe it makes her look more warm toned. So here I would say she is cool toned, and I think this is also consistent with mixed taut, flamboyant gamine. You know, mixed taut, flamboyant gamine can often have more full facial features, but their physique is a bit more firm. And so I think mixed taut suits her well. If she were my client now, if you're watching this, if you submitted, you're the lady who submitted these photos and you're watching this, I would need more photos to confirm if you are actually really mixed taut. This is only really a guess from the photos that you sent. I would really recommend sending more photos. Like if you were my client, I'd recommend sending more photos that are full length, kind of like this one, that are not at severe angles and not like standing from the side or something like that, because that can kind of obscure the figure. It can obscure the lines of the body if you're posing like from the side or posing from different angles. Yeah, so and this is the same thing where it's like the angle is very extreme, so we can't tell that much about this. And here I would say mixed taut is a possibility here, you know. Yeah, so, and I think she is cool toned. And the thing with being cool toned and mixed taut is if you're cool and delicate and you're mixed taut, you effectively become cool and radiant in a way, because flamboyant gamine mixed taut can easily look washed out in muted colors. And so that's why you may end up effectively wearing cool and radiant colors, just like you see her here in cool and radiant, you know, and you see her here in cool and radiant makeup, and that looks amazing on her. So effectively, if you're cool and delicate and you're mixed taut, usually you will basically be like cool and radiant, right? Effectively, even though your skin undertone is technically cool and delicate, and in some cases it may matter, you know, in some cases it may matter, but most of the time not. Okay, so here, yeah, again, I think she is mixed taut most likely, and you know, here her skin undertone looks more delicate, right? And here as well. That's why I was thinking about cool and delicate. It looks more muted, but that could be an effect of the hair color, you know, and she is not wearing much makeup. She's not wearing, I think, any makeup here or much makeup here, unlike in the first photo. So here, she looks like she's cool and radiant, you know, with the darker hair. I think the darker hair doesn't look harsh on her. It looks really good on her. I think that the royal blue looks excellent on her against her skin. So she is definitely cool toned. I like this color combination on her. And it's very flattering for her skin tone and everything like that, and her features. So yeah, so I think she is mixed taut, and it's kind of interesting because, you know, the her hair is pretty tousled here, if you notice, but it still looks glamorous. And so that's the thing with mixed taut, you guys, is that, you know, this is like a great way to do a glamorous look for mixed taut, because it's like, it's a mixture of opposites in a way, right? It's like, you know, you have the tousled hair that's pretty casual, really, and then you have these like really chunky, soft, dramatic, sharp and soft earrings. You know, it's a mixture of opposites, right? And so you have like texture, and then you have this like very like glamorous piece at the same time. So that's something that mixed taut can do. So that's another clue for me that she's mixed taut, is that the tousled hair on her does not look messy at all or anything like that. If she were rounded mixed, theatrical romantic, like it would just be like, why is her hair like tousled, you know? Like, that's the first thing you would think if she were theatrical romantic, but she's not. I don't think she is. And, you know, I think she's mixed taut, and this looks like put together on her, and it looks good. And here, yeah, I think she looks cool toned, of course. Yeah, I mean, she looks like she could be cool and delicate, okay? She does, but like I said, she's effectively cool and radiant, so, because she's mixed taut. Yeah, so here, you know, that's the thing, is that the black, I don't think the black looks that harsh on her. I mean, obviously her hair is very light, so in that sense, the black is disconnected from her coloring because it's too dark, but it doesn't look too harsh on her in terms of like looking too bright, if that makes sense. So maybe she is cool and radiant. Here, you can really see her short vertical line, and I really love this look on her because it's exactly mixed taut. It's like a mixture of opposites. So you can see that you know, the bodice of the dress is really stiff, and then the bottom is really like lightweight fabric, everything like that. So that's exactly a mixture of opposites. And then, you know, we have flowy on the bottom and pretty stiff and tight on top. So yeah, so then we also have the hair being a bit more tousled, and then the shoes are a bit more chunky. It's just like a perfect mixed taut look. And then here we have all these kinds of different hair colors, which look really amazing on her, you know, again, kind of telling me that she's probably mixed taut, flamboyant gamine. For her essence, I would say she probably also has a gamine essence, you know, like here, you know, she looks very like youthful, effervescent, like that's how I kind of like see these photos. And here, you know, the hat is really fun, like it just seems very youth here, you know, again, like looks very youthful, very fun, very vibrant. And I can see her, you know, having a gamine essence as well on top of being mixed taut. So for her, you know, she can really lean into, you know, here also like very energetic, dynamic, fun, you know, youthful. So these are all characteristics of like the gamine essence, so to speak. So I would put her into a gamine essence as well. And yeah. So and I would say for her, you know, if you're watching this and you're mixed taut, if you're anyone watching this and you're mixed taut and you have a gamine essence or you want to look fun, the thing is that you really have to go way overboard to look fun or dynamic or youthful as mixed taut, because your lines are already youthful and fun. So if you simply wear your line recommendations, you're just going to look chic and sophisticated, not necessarily fun. You really have to go over the top as mixed taut to look like you are being edgy or like trendy or fun or dynamic, anything like that, because you actually tend to look, if you just wear your own lines, you tend to look chic, or if you wear like classic lines or things that are really not your lines at all, you may even end up looking boring. So your detail level is so high that, you know, for you to look fun, you really have to like go crazy on the detailing, if that makes sense. So yeah. So for her, you know, her recommendations are going to be, you know, like very tousled hair, very mix and match approach, mixture of opposites, chunky jewelry, everything all in one. You know how they tell you, oh, look, like, oh, before you leave the house, you should take off an accessory. For mixed taut, like before you leave the house, you should put on 3 accessories, you know. And for blended, before you leave the house, you should take off 3 accessories, you know. So that is, I think that's all I would say about this lady. And I would say she is mixed taut, cool toned, still undecided if she's cool and delicate or cool and radiant, but she's effectively cool and radiant because she's mixed taut, and mixed taut looks excellent in bright colors. So at the end of the day, I would recommend basically bright, cool colors for her. Royal blues, pure black mixed with pure white, vibrant hair colors like in some of these photos that she has here that I'm showing right now, pure black eyeliner, you know, everything like that. So very, very much vibrant colors, clear purples, fuchsias, pure black. And her essence is gamine. And I would say that means that she really leans into, to bring out that essence as mixed taut, you really want to lean into your line recommendations, really go for that mix and match approach, really go for those bright colors, really go for those chunky accessories. So yeah. Alright, you guys, so that is it. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and let's all say thank you to this lady for letting us take a look at her photos on YouTube. And if you are interested in getting typed by me, I'll leave those links down below. And also we have body typing and color typing and these types of videos for club members on MerriamStyle Club, and MerriamStyle Club is a bit more of a private setting. So take a look at all of those links down below, leave me some comments as always, and I will talk to you next time.